Philippians 2:6. Is Yeshua equal to Yahweh? Trinitarians often quote Philippians 2 verse 6 through 8 in order to prove that Yeshua is equal to Yahweh and thus Yahweh himself. In this video we will tackle verse 6 alone and look at the other verses later on. Philippians 2 verse 6. Who, although he existed in the form of God, did not regard equality with God a thing to be grasped. Let's start out with the first part of the verse. He existed in the form of God. The word here for form is morphe in Greek, which is defined as one's character, action, and outward appearance. So Paul is saying, who existed as an appearance of Yahweh in character and action as the Messiah. Now let's move on to the second part of the verse. Did not regard equality with God a thing to be grasped. I will quote Dr. Skip Moen from his article that I'll share in the description below. Dr. Moen says, the Greek negative in this verse, he, is not attached to the verb isatao, but rather to the noun pegmeni. That means the reading of this verse should be counted not something to be grasped. So the actual Greek is saying, counted equality with Yahweh not something that could be grasped. Again, Yeshua counted equality with Yahweh something that cannot be grasped. Yeshua never aspired to be equal with Yahweh because equality with Yahweh is not possible. Lining up Scripture with Scripture, Yeshua says, John 14 verse 28, the Father is greater than I. John 10 verse 29, my Father who has given them to me is greater than all. And John 13 verse 16, verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant, Yeshua, is not greater than his Lord, Yahweh, neither he that is sent, Yeshua, greater than he that sent him, Yahweh. So now let's put both parts of verse 6 together and read it. Philippians 2 verse 6. Although Yeshua existed in the outward appearance and character of Yahweh, being the Messiah, did not regard equality with Yahweh a thing to be grasped. And this fits perfectly with the entire chapter of Philippians 2, for Paul was simply saying that no one should think too highly of himself, but be humble and serve one another, even though we have authority and power given to us by Yahweh. Just like Yeshua, who is greatest among all men, and yet lived like a servant, giving up even his life to serve Yahweh and his will, to save us sinners. So follow his example. It reads, Philippians 2 verse 3 to 5, do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others. Have this mind among yourselves, which is yours in Messiah Yeshua. I also would encourage everyone to look into the article I will leave below in the description to get more detail and explanation on how the Greek wording works for Philippians 2 verse 6 through 8. Also, please subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you and shalom.